Aloha. Welcome to paradise. Aiea, Hawaii, just outside of Honolulu and home of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. A tremendous setting and a spectacular game that we have in store. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Rainbow Warriors offense will get the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
The give to the back. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They go to the ground. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about, because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And the Rainbow Warriors with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The Rainbow Warriors are threatening on 1st and goal. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You can see.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So BYU's offense has the ball for the first time. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You've got to be careful. And, David, I like these guys, too, because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
BYU lines up quickly.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Delivers the contact. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Direct snap. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougar!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Makes the grab over the middle. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Calls his own number. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on first down. Release to the back. The quick out. Hit the afterburners, kid. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. The Rainbow Warriors are on the move. They're going to run it to the right. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Tackled, but he has a first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Quick strike complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Now on 2nd and goal. Barrels ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your goodness.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football.
Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He's loose down the left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. Ball down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I had 7 from the field.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great defenses.
He'll take it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Warriors! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Hawaii 21, BYU 7.
He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Throws to the tight end. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Fires toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, they're leading by 2 possessions offensively, and that could have been a game-changing play right there. That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He's very lucky that was not intercepted.
2nd down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Hines. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Rainbow Warriors have pushed it inside the 20. Leaves it with the running back.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Here's the handoff. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Still looking on the move. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
A designed run for the quarterback. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Rainbow Warriors are on the move. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hines. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Split the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just split it out.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
BYU 7.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
BYU right back to the line. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Ramos.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that end route.
Feeling some heat. Escapes trouble. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. The impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
The defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Hawaii.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Now the toss. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hawaii! They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he's going to bring it out. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give to the back. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, nice to see you actually showed up for today's broadcast in paradise, given all there is to do there in Honolulu.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the 2nd half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Ramos. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
The aerial assault continues. Pulls it in. It's Boykin. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
They'll run play action. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
But we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw on 3rd. He's got his man. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback. You're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Yeah, nice job on 3rd down, managing the situation, understanding what I needed to get. Nice job reading the defense, handing the ball off, and the running back knowing I got to get to those 1st down markers and get that 1st down. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good, and then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the
just causing wreckage in the secondary. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Here we go. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! And the pummeling has started. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss.
42, BYU.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. The back goes in motion. He's going to pass. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown, Warriors! How about that D coming up with a play like that? Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Connors, what's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Georgia is getting Uga the rest of the day off.
Looking to move it through the air. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. To the ground with the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
BYU.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll give it to the back. Still running at the 40. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Hawaii. And the punishment has been extended.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call
Hawaii, 56, BYU.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Gets open down the middle. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Comes out throwing on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. They're going to throw it again. Escapes the... But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
Not one, but 2 sacks on the day, and possibly more to come. Still time left in this football game, and this is a beatdown. You know all passes are coming. This offensive line better do a better job.
And this is going to be incomplete on third. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Slips through the line. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll throw it on first down. Got his man on the right. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The completion short of the sticks, it's second down. Leaves it with the back. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dumps it to the back. Quick completion on the out. Touchdown, Hawaii! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Looking to buy time. He's going to run it. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs.
Let's go!
They'll throw it on first down. Steps away to find some room. At the 20, he's got space. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go!
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He's moving out of the pocket. Unleashes one. Makes the grab. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Sends it downfield. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. They'll try to slam it in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
And some people might say that's piling on, and I get it, but they're not throwing the football all the yard. They're running the football, getting other guys in the football game. It's your job to stop it, and they're just adding stats to the stat card.